everybody. Hello, PDI, Kamada, and Oe. Lovely to have you here. Looks like today might be a bit more cozy than usual. Oh, hello, James. Hello, Beatrice. Oh my god, last time. Last time! Oh my god. Everything keeps escalating. Oh my god. Beatrice had this. And then like George had and then like. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. Okay, calming down. Calming down. Last time on Umineko, episode 3. Let's see. JM Trod, you're playing Super Mario RPG? That was my very first RPG. Oh, that's an amazing game. It's not even that dated. It's like probably a little bare bones on content, I would say, compared to modern games. But it's a nice short little game by modern standards. Hello, Byakuran. So you have fun. Definitely have fun with Super Mario RPG. Last time. By the way, Gino for Smash. Hopefully Gino. Come on, I'm in for Gino. Gino and Doom Guy. I want that leak to be true. And let's see. Last time at Umineko, we had Beatrice basically realize that, oh my god, she had such character development, and she had this ominous sounding you did. Oh, you could. You played it more than a decade ago. GM Chad, I see. That's awesome. I've played Super Mario RPG so many times. But, anyway, back to Beatrice. She is on a quest to prove herself to Battler, which is just amazing. Oh my god, the dialogue that they shared. It's like Beatrice is realizing her mistakes and wants to make up for her mistakes. Hello, Doy. Hello, Marin. Oh my god, hello, Pika Blue. And Byakuran, I forget if I said hello to you. Oh my god, that was amazing, but I'm afraid that Beatrice and Battler won't get to see each other for a very long time. Oh my god. So she's on a quest to basically make people happy and like be the true purpose of a witch, which Virgilia said, surprisingly enough, is to make people happy. And just so you know, we had some George and Shannon feels out of nowhere. We went to George's perspective. Beatrice overheard his thoughts somehow, and she is going on a quest with him to resurrect Shannon, which is amazing. Amazing! Can you believe that? Rena for Smash would be amazing. I could picture the tagline now. Rena takes you home. Which is, I would love Rena in Smash. Rena in Smash would be fucking amazing. I would love that so much. And so right now, Evatrice is targeting Natsuhi and Kraus, while Beatrice is going with George to try to resurrect Shannon, and we don't know exactly how that's going to happen yet. And Battler is waiting for Beatrice to come back and prove herself, which is amazing. Oh, God. James! Another anime sword fighter! That's pretty funny! Oh my god! Jeez. I really hope the leak is true, honestly, and that the next two characters are Gino and Doom Guy, in whatever order they may be. I think they're both fine additions, and Gino especially has been a long time coming. So, anyway, on to the game that we're actually playing. Let's get back into it. Oh, by the way, just make sure to tell me if audio levels are okay. The guest house lobby was wrapped in silence. The strings of tension binding Kraus, Natsuhi, and Eva had already loosened, and they were completely worn out when their minds beginning to waver. Every once in a while, they would stand up and walk around pointlessly, as though fighting their drowsiness.
大丈夫ですか、エヴァさん。
Are you okay, Eva-san?
やはり無理をせず休んでいてください。
Please do take it easy and rest.
大丈夫だって言ってるわ。
I told you I'm fine.
もう大人は私たち3人しかいないのよ。
The three of us now are the only adults.
休んでる暇なんかないわ。
There's no time to rest.
石にかじりついてでもここを死守するわよ。
No matter what the cost, we must guard this place until the end. Oh god, she's feeling feverish, which means Evatrice is on the prowl. She spoke bravely. Hello, Armora. Welcome to the stream. But she couldn't hide her rough breathing. It seemed that the fever, which had been calmed with medicine for a short time, had returned. It was very obvious that Eva's health was not good.
無理はするな。
Take it easy.
せめて目を閉じていたまえ。
At least close your eyes.
もし起こさねばならぬときは必ず起こしてやるから。
If something happens that you need to be awake for, we will definitely wake you.
だから平気だって言ってるわ。
I'm telling you I'm fine!
放っておいて。
Leave me alone! It seemed she was already unwilling to budge. Kraus and Natsuhi realized that even if they talked to her anymore when she was like this, it wouldn't reach her ears. So without saying anything more, they decided to let her be. To Eva right now, even having an argument like that would be burdensome. It would probably be better for her body if she just sat there with her mouth closed. In truth, Eva was just a step away from being beaten down by drowsiness. Perhaps she shot back at them with a temper because she was trying to rouse herself and throw off her sleepiness. The clock would be pointing to 6 in the afternoon very soon. She'd had several snacks to distract herself from her drowsiness, so she didn't feel hungry. But now her lack of sleep made it feel like it was 6 o'clock in the morning, not the afternoon. Even supposing that the boat came at precisely 9 in the morning tomorrow, they still had more than 12 full hours to go. It was an overwhelmingly long stretch of time. Long, painful, hot. Even the sound of the clock torments my body now. Okay, this is Eva thinking. In times like this, when that person puts his hand on my forehead, the fever fades at once. But that person no longer exists. As Eva's mind grew foggy, she was once again gripped by a deep sadness. She had already cried herself dry. Even so, the sadness of losing her beloved husband had not been exhausted.
私は間違っていたんだわ。
I was wrong.
どうして？
What do you mean? The new witch and Eva were fundamentally the same being. I think Eva's gonna fight Club herself to get rid of Evatrice. If Eva talked to her, she would always respond.
私は後ろ宮家の当主の座さえ得られれば、それで満足のはずだった。
I thought that if I could gain the position of the Uchiromiya family head, that alone would be enough.
それがあの黄金の山を見た途端に欲が増えたの。
But then, as soon as I saw that mountain of gold, my greed grew.
あの黄金の山を独り占めしたい気持ちに駆られた。
I was struck by a desire to have that mountain all to myself.
それは恥じることでもなんでもないわ。
Hello, Ryan. Lovely to see you here.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
だって後ろ宮家の当主として当然の権利じゃない。
After all, it's your natural right as the Ushiromiya family head.
他の誰にも黄金の一かけらだって譲るものかってのよ。
How could you give up even a bit of it to anyone else?
私がその誘惑にとらわれたから、あなたが生まれてしまったんだわ。
I was gripped by that temptation, which is why you were born.
あなたは私の少女時代の心であると同時に、
Well, you are a young girl version of me.
自分勝手でしかない私のよこしまな心でもあった。
At the same time, you are also my self-centered evil heart.
そのあなたがあの黄金の山によって芽生えた私の愚かな欲望のせいで、
Because of my foolish greed, sprouted by that mountain of gold.
私の胸という卵の殻を破り、この世に生まれ出てしまった。
The shell of the egg that is my heart cracked, and you were born into this world.
あなたを産んだのは私の責任。
I'm responsible for your birth.
なら私が殺したローザとマリアも、
In that case, when I killed Rosa and Maria,
そしてルドルフとキリエと秀吉もあなたの責任ってことになるわ。
and then Rudolph, Kirie, and Hideyoshi, you were responsible for that too.
What a bitch.
どうしてうちの人まで殺したのよ。
Why did you kill my husband too?
どうして
Why? Oh god, Evatris needs to fucking die.
秀吉を殺す気はなかったわ。
I didn't want to kill Hideyoshi.
だってうるさくてしつこかったんだもの。
He was just so annoying and persistent.
その意味では私たちの、いえ、あなたの責任ね。
And that's our, no, your fault.
あんなのを旦那に選んだあなたの責任だわ。
It's your fault for choosing a husband like that.
Oh, you're bad-mouthing one of the best husbands in this fucking story. You can fuck right off. Hideyoshi is an amazing husband. Fuck
あなた
you.
みたいな子供にあの人の良さはわからないわよ。
Exactly. A child like you cannot understand what made that man so wonderful.
あなた
Oh god. Oh dear.
何よ。
What the heck?
私たちは魔法で夢を叶えたのよ。
Our dreams were made real with magic, right?
碑文の謎を解いたわ。
We solved the riddle of the epitaph.
そして黄金を見つけ、当主の指輪を手にしたわ。
Then we found the gold and got the head's ring.
すべての夢を叶えきったわ。
All our dreams came fully true, right?
それがなんで不満なの？
What more could you want?
それだけが全ての夢なんかじゃないわ。
Those weren't all of my dreams.
あの人と素敵な人生を歩んで、ジョージに素晴らしい人生を託す。
What about living a wonderful life with that person and giving George an excellent life?
妻として、母として。私にはまだ叶えなければならない夢がたくさんあるのよ。
I still have many dreams that haven't come true. As a wife, as a mother.
それなのに、それなのに。
And yet.
それはあなたが大人になってから勝手に増やした夢だわ。
These are just extra dreams you added after becoming an adult.
私たちの夢じゃない。
They aren't my dreams.
だからあなたは子供なのよ。
That's because you're a child!
自分さえ良ければいいの？
Do you only care about what's best for yourself?
そうよ。すべて私が悪いのよ。
That's right. Everything is my fault.
あの時、ローザの言うことにどうして私は反抗したの？
Back then, why did I resist doing what Rosa told me to?
どうして兄弟みんなに黄金を見つけたと発表できなかったの？
Why couldn't I announce to all the siblings that I'd found the gold? Do it now!
私が醜いから。
Eva, do it now! It's all because I'm so hideous! Oh god, Eva, no, you're not hideous. No, 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 no. Come on, no.
黄金を独り占めしたくて芽生えさせた横島な心があなたを孵化させてしまった。
Oh god, my evil heart, which surrounded from my desire to have all that gold for myself, caused you to act!
ひどい嫌われようだわ。
Looks like you really hate me.
私たちは二人で後ろ宮エヴァなのに。
Even though we're both Ushiromiya Eva.
いいえ、もう違うわ。
No, that isn't true anymore.
そしてそれはあなたが言ったのよ。
And it was you who said it.
私は後ろ宮エヴァ。
I am Ushiromiya Eva,
そしてあなたは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェよ。
and you are the golden witch, Beatrice!
だからもう消えて。
So just disappear!
魔女なんておとぎ話の中にしか存在できない妄想よ、幻想よ。
Witches are just imaginary illusions that only exist in fairy tales!
あなたなんか消えてしまえ。
Things like you should just disappear!
二度と私の前に現れないで。
Never appear in front of me again!
ああ、そう。
Yeah, you're right.
わかったわ。
I understand.
あなたの前から消えてあげるわ。
I'll disappear from in front of you.
そして私はもう後ろ宮エヴァじゃない。
And I'm no longer Ushiromiya Eva.
Oh god, that's right, Doi. Oh no. You said the magic words, now your fucking shadow has been released and it's gonna kill you. Which is exactly what's gonna fucking happen. Oh god. But I don't think, did I knock the microphone? God damn it. I did. But I don't think Evatrice realizes that if Eva dies, she will too.
これからは黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェよ。
From now on, I'm the Golden Witch, Beatrice.
もう好き勝手に遊んでやるんだから。
So now I can play however I want.
あんたなんて知らないわ。
I don't even care about you.
へそでも噛んで勝手に死んじゃえば。
If only you just give up and die.
After having a very childlike tantrum, the witch who had once been another Eva vanished. Only Eva was left behind in the darkness. And she questioned herself.
私なの。
Me.
私が彼らを殺したの。
I killed them.
あの人を殺してしまったの。
Did I kill that person?
私が殺してしまったの。
Why did she refer to Hideyoshi as that person? Did I kill him? She could no longer answer that question herself. Oh boy. How the fuck did she get out of her head? That's what I want to know. How did she get out of her head? Oh god. It seemed that half asleep, she had gotten some saliva caught in her windpipe as she was dozing off. Eva suddenly started coughing.
大丈夫か エヴァ、
Are you okay, Eva?
夏日、水を頼む。
Please, Natsui, some water.
はい
Yes.
大丈夫だってば
I'm fine. Okay? Oh god, Eva.
ちょっとむせちゃっただけなんだから
I just choked a bit. Oh, hello, Beatrice Ushiromiya. You're someone new? Welcome to the stream. Eva pushed away Natsui's hand as she tried to rub her back and unsteadily rose to her feet. It
顔を洗ってくるわ
Yeah, it feels like she has some kind of serious respiratory infection. For sure, Jim Trot. I'm going to go wash my face.
ごめんなさいね寝ちゃってたわ
Sorry, I fell asleep.
戻ってきたらまたコーヒーを入れるわね
When I get back, I'll make some more coffee.
特に濃い明日の朝まで眠気が来なくなるようなやつを
Extra strong, so that I won't get drowsy until tomorrow morning.
頼む。
Yes, please do.
ゴーダの入れるコーヒーよりお前が入れるコーヒーの方が私の好みに合うからな。
Your coffee's more to my taste than what Goda makes. Damn, that's high praise considering Goda's a professional chef.
お世辞でも嬉しいわ
I'm glad to hear it, even if it's flattery. Oh, God.
すぐ戻るわ
Eva, tell them now! Ugh. I'll be back soon. Eva exited the lobby, heading for the bathroom. Kraus and Natsuki watched over her frail back.
あなたもあれだけ犬猿の中だったエヴァさんに気を使うこともあるのですね
So, you sometimes do show concern to Eva-san, even though you've always been so much at odds with her.
Huh.
本来兄とはこういうものではないのか。
Isn't this how an older brother is supposed to be?
え
Yes,
それで正しいと思います
I believe you're right.
エヴァに限らん。
It isn't just Eva.
ルドルフにもローザにも。
There's Rudolph and Rosa too.
私がした兄らしいことといえば、それを王兵に語り、彼らをいじめただけだ。
Even Kraus is getting some development now. Wow. Instead of acting like an older brother to them, all I ever did was speak arrogantly and bully them.
父のようになりたくて、私なりに必死だった。
In my own way, I was frantic in my desire to be like father.
だが、いつもそれは及ばず、そのはけ口を彼らに向けてしまった。
But I could never match up, and I always vented my feelings on them.
しかし、それは言い訳にならん。
But that is no excuse.
エヴァにも、まだ傷が癒えぬほどに、深い心の傷を負わせてしまっただろう。
I probably gave Eva scars so deep that they still have not yet healed. Yep, you definitely did, Kraus. You definitely did.
悔いているが、今さらそれを詫びたところで、その傷が癒えるわけもない。
I regret it, but even if I apologized after all this time, it would do nothing to heal those wounds. Yep, it's too late. There's got to be something you could do, though. Jeez. The damage is done. I mean, what do you even do? After realizing such a mistake after so many years, you know?
あなたがその気持ちを今だけでなく 持ち続けることで
Yes, Natsuhi. If you can hold on to that feeling, instead of only letting it last for this moment,
その気持ちはきっと他の兄弟たちにも伝わりますよ。
I'm sure your siblings will come to see it sooner or later.
Don't you mean, well, most of them are dead, Natsuhi?
今となっては他の兄弟もエヴァを残すのみだが
Yeah, exactly.
Then by now, Eva is the only sibling I have left.
もしあなたとあなたのご兄弟が生まれた家が
If
牛
only.
宮家でさえなかったなら
Goddamn pauses.
If only you and your siblings hadn't been born into the Ushinomiya family.
もっともっと普通な楽しい兄弟の関係であったでしょうに。
You might have had a more normal, more fun sibling relationship.
Oh, God. Everything leads back to freaking Kinzo. Everything leads back to Kinzo. As I said before, Kinzo did everything wrong. Ah.
それを言ってはなら
You mustn't say that.
んエヴァは生涯私を憎み続けるだろ
Eva will probably continue to hate me for her whole life,
うそしてその資格が
and she has a right to.
ある私はそれを甘んじて受け止めるつもりだ
Hello, Nagels. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here.
I intend to resign myself to that fact and accept it.
あなた
Dear.
エヴ
Eva,
ァすまん
I'm sorry.
Holy shit. This is freaking character development bargain sale here. Everybody gets character development. Freaking Oprah is writing this with... Holy shit. Damn, like... My God. No, and you're absolutely right with that, Beatrice. Beatrice in the chat. Everybody's getting character development this episode. It's insane. Jeez. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Kinzo, that's his one good point. He has excellent taste in women. Beatrice is the creme de la creme. Jesus Christ. Goddamn, I wish I was Beatrice so badly.
もちろん許さなくていい
Like, you get character development and you get character development. Everybody gets character development. This episode 3. Cheers.
Eva, I'm sorry. Of course, you don't have to forgive me.
もちろん許さないわ。何を今さら。
Ah, boy, here's Beatrice here. Come to continue her friggin' murder spree.
Of course I won't forgive you. What are you talking about after all this time?
悪いと思ったなら、今すぐへそでも噛んで死んじゃえば。
Oh, so now you're feeling guilty? If only you just give up and die right now.
やっちゃえ、シエスタ姉妹。
Do it! Cheers, your sisters!
45、射撃許可治療。
Alright, 45. Firing permission received.
射撃曲線再確認。飛行誤差修正。
Reconfirming firing arc. Correcting for weather discrepancies.
410データリンク。
Data link to 410.
410データ受領。射撃許可確認。
Oh, goddamn, I reversed their voices because I forget which one is which. 410, I forget which one is which. 410 is the blue hair, right? Oh, god damn it. Fuck it, I'm gonna reread the line. Okay.
45. Firing permission received. Reconfirming firing arc. Correcting for weather discrepancies. Data link to 410. This is 410. Data received. Firing permission confirmed.
射撃。
Firing.
Together, the sisters released the magical bowstring that they had readied. A beautiful trail trailed between behind the gold arrow, and it drew a lovely curve as it flew. It was just like a gold snake. It skillfully avoided a grove of trees and flew towards the front door of the guest house. Then it flew into the keyhole of the door and snuck into the guest house without any problem at all. How could this not be magic? What kind of motherfucking weapon could fly through the keyhole of a door without being magic? Jesus Christ. The gold snake raced down the hall smoothly, yet as fast as an arrow. Right before it was the door to the lobby. When it flew into the keyhole, Kraus and Natsuhi were all ready. For an instant, Kraus also thought he saw a gold-colored sparkle in the keyhole in the door. However, at the same time he strained his eyes to see what it was. That sparkle went like a whip and attacked, wrapping itself around Kraus's neck. Just looking at it, the gold snake seemed very supple. However, it was though a wire had tightened around Kraus's neck. This time it's not even going through, it's just like choking. Oh my god, just choking them. And while that snake choked Kraus, it extended even more and also tightened around Natsuhi's neck. Without even a chance to scream, their eyes bulged as they went into convulsions and then collapsed.
45命中および死亡確認
45. Hit and kill confirmed.
牽引曲線形成補正点修正
Formulating tower towing curve. Revising capture points.
410データリンク
Dealing to 410.
410データ受領
410 data received.
死体牽引開始
Initiating corpse towing.
2匹も釣れたに
We got both of them, yeah?
The gold snake began to drag Kraus and Natsuhi's bodies back. They slipped through the door to the corridor, dragging their bodies, gradually increasing in speed. Damn, that was the fastest kill we've ever had here. They did not last like freaking Rudolph and Kyrie, but then again, seriously. And rapidly pulled him outside the guest house. Well, given they said pretty much young Kinzo looks exactly like Battler. By the way, Beatrice, Ushiramiya in the chat, I'm blind to the rest of Umineko. I pretty much realized that young Kinzo looks exactly like Battler, so that's not too much of a spoiler for me, but just be aware that I'm completely blind to Umineko. Yeah, it's a blind LP. I should probably eventually put that in the goddamn description or the title. Jeez. And rapidly pulled them outside the guest house here. So the lobby was silent, as though nothing had happened. As though Kraus and Natsuhi had not been there since the beginning. Only the sound of the wind and rain remained, as if they were playing dumb and pretending to be the only ones there.
ごめんなさいもう大丈夫よ
Sorry, I'm fine now.
今コーヒーを入れるわね
I'll go make some coffee. And they're not there. Eva returned from the bathroom, but no one was in the lobby. even though they had supposedly been in that sofa until the moment she had choked and gone to the bathroom. They were gone, as if they'd been an illusion. From the very beginning.
不用心ね。
How careless of them.
二人揃ってどこに行っちゃったの？
Where did those two go off to together? Eva put her hand on the sofa, as though acting on a scene from a detective novel. She felt a warmth that meant they'd been sitting there until a short while ago. Maybe they went to do the rounds or something. For the time being, Eva sat down and waited for their return. Oh my god, jeez. Jesus Christ. Well, now all the Twilights are done. So now, Evatrice is gonna go full, rampage mode, I guess. Oh boy. But I think, Beato is gonna undo one of the Twilights. So, ironically, oh, sorry, hold on a second. Ironically, one of the ones that she did herself. So, I think, unless that doesn't count, Evatrice is going to be really pissed about that. Beato and... Oh, sorry, not thing. Beato and George could be seen in the parlor of the mansion. George was kneeling near Shannon's body as though praying. His face was serious, and there was even sweat on his forehead. However, Beato was the same. Now that she had handed her name over, most of her previous power had been lost. Of course, she still had more than enough power to be called a witch, but compared to the past, it was a very faint thing. Damn, I wonder... Virgilia still had enough power to match her, though. And she wasn't the Endless Witch anymore. Interesting, when they fought. I guess Virgilia is the strongest character now. Although Evatrice might be stronger. Good. Why is the voice volume so low? Can you guys hear what she's saying? Because the voice volume is very low for me. Like, the voices before were fine, but now all of a sudden when she's talking, it's super quiet. Good. Don't talk to her. Don't touch her with your hand. Call to her in the voice of your heart, and seek her with the hand of your heart. Only your strong feelings can make my magic reach Shannon's lost soul. George kept praying earnestly and silently. He kept frantically yelling inside his heart, trying to call back the soul of the person he loved. He strongly envisioned his soul leaving his body and searching for her as she wandered through the land of the dead. Beato turned that strong force into magical power that supplemented her own magic. This was magic that, in the past, she could have performed easily without anyone's help. But now, if she didn't rely on someone's assistance, she wouldn't be able to finish the chant, much less succeed. I'd forgotten for several centuries. It was magic,
Was resurrection always this difficult?
Beato was wearing an even more strained expression than George. It slipped her mind, but originally the magic to revive a life was the ultimate hidden art. The abnormal thing was her previous magical power, which could be used over and over with a snap of her fingers. So the heavy burden on her mind and body was, fundamentally speaking, extremely natural.
しかしこやつめの力魔法を知らぬというのはかなりのもの
However, this man's power, even though he doesn't know magic, it's nothing to be laughed at.
なるほどさすがは金蔵の孫といったところか
I see. So he truly is Kinzo's grandchild. The strong energy pouring from George was large enough to act as magical power. At first, Beato thought it must be the blood of Kinzo the sorcerer. However, that probably wasn't it. She had a feeling that Battler already told her what it was. It had been born from the power of George's sadness at the death of the person he loved, and from the way he had tried his hardest throughout his life, from the warm time spent together with Shannon, to the size of the dream they sought to protect in the future. Is it really possible for humans to take life so seriously, even though they only have a single one? It was only natural. To her, a life didn't mean anything more than the difference between the top and bottom of an Othello piece. If the black represented death, then she thought all you had to do was flip it over again and make it white. However, it was just like that broken vase. To humans in a world without magic, where they could not return things to their original form, it is very, very natural for them to bet their life and soul.
生死すら自在にする無限の魔女
So, is an endless witch, who can do as she pleases, even with life and death.
死の山さえ越えられぬ有限の人間
Inferior.
にることもあるというのか
Goddamn pauses. Inferior to a limited human, who can't even surpass the mountain of death. This time, the witch acknowledged it. He was able to hold a magical power that could never reside in witches who didn't understand the value of a life. Why does this thing called endless magic exist? Even though I call myself the Endless Witch, did I forget what the endless magic means for 1,000 years? She looked at George's expression again. His surging earnestness was like a lightning bolt. Right now, even if George's body had been burned or smashed by a waterfall, he would probably continue to pray for his beloved without minding it, without noticing it. For the first time, she showed respect for that power. So in that instant, all magical resistance was lost, and the enormous power of George's feelings turned into magical energy in its complete form. The vase was very beautiful, rich with history and value. Even as young as I was, it still forced me to take a deep breath when I witnessed its beauty. But that just made me want to touch it. But the vase easily fell and smashed into pieces. Like a bubble that had popped, it felt as though the time it possessed a form had just been an illusion. Lives are just that fragile, just that easily lost. I realized that my foolish curiosity had led to something that couldn't be undone. No matter how much I regretted it, no matter how much I apologized, the smashed vase wouldn't return back to its original form.
A lost life will not return to normal, no matter what happens. I was frightened that even though my actions had been thoughtless and careless, they had stolen away a life that could never be revived again. Then I pitied that lost life and cried. I was frightened of myself.
Okay, Doy, I'll see you. Thank you so much for coming as much as you could.
I was frightened of myself, the one responsible for his loss, and cried even more. I'm sure Grandfather will also cry at the loss of his precious vase. I'm sure that all the people who love Grandfather and see him like that will cry.
That's right, she also had a grandfather.
With the loss of a single life, the whole world can be filled with so much sadness. I cried even more about how terrible that was. Beatrice appeared and spoke.
ならばお嬢様、
Then, milady,
この壺を魔法で蘇らせましょう。
Let us revive that vase with magic.
それで皆が幸せになれるなら、壺も魔法も精霊たちも
If that will make everyone happy, the vase and the magic and the spirits,
喜んでそのために力を貸し、元の姿を取り戻すでしょう。
will happily lend you their power and return it to its original form.
さあさあ、お嬢様、
Come, milady.
目を閉じて、私と一緒にお歌を歌いましょう。
Close your eyes and chant with me.
さあさあ、目を閉じてごらんなさい。
Come, try closing your eyes
そして思い出してごらんなさい。
and try to remember.
あなたがどんな姿をしていたのか。
What form did you have?
Oh my god, this exact same spell was used.
それはきっと、とてもとても美しい姿。
It was surely a very, very beautiful form.
どうか私に、あの姿をもう一度見せておくれ。
Hello, Seagriff. I haven't seen you in a very long time. Thank you so much for coming.
Please, show me that form one more time.
Those words of power knocked forcefully on the door to the land of the dead. The magic of her old self had performed that same forceful knock. However, doing it that way was horribly violent and earned the displeasure of the peacefully sleeping dead. But this time was different. It was very forceful, and yet gentle and loving. The dead near the door opened their eyes and called out to the others that there was a voice calling for someone to come back. The sadness of that voice calling from the outside touched the hearts of the dead, and, trying to respond as quickly as possible, they searched for Shannon's lost soul. And then, they found it. They found the casket in which Shannon was peacefully sleeping. It truly was Shannon's soul, sleeping in the land of the dead. Inside the casket that was covered with rose flowers, frozen with frost, she was sleeping in peace. The dead silently lifted that casket up. While at a glance, it looked like a funeral march. It had the complete opposite meaning. It was solemn, but filled with joy. The long-forgotten dead were made to remember that they were loved after their deaths.
and they were all given a warm sense of peace. Then, as though guided by a warm light from the heavens, Shannon's body floated up out of the casket. And the dead watched her go. They squinted at that warm light, offering their respect to this unknown member of the living who had not lost his love for a person even after their death. Shannon's body was enveloped in the light from the heavens and began to disappear. In the jet-black darkness of the land of the dead, the faint flickering of gold butterflies could be seen. It reminded them of the gentle stars in the night sky, which they had long forgotten. George remembered being told that he must not say anything, and he hurriedly closed his mouth. However, it felt like his heart was trying to jump into his throat, because he had seen Shannon's eyelids shake slightly. Then those eyelids slowly opened. Yes! Shannon's eyes were there, but they were still wrapped in the fog of the land of the dead. However, the human world's warmth, no, her lover's warmth, which had called back her soul, slowly dissolved that fog, and her eyes gradually regained their sparkle. Then, her eyes moved and recognized George!
Georgie-san.
As her lips shook weakly, Shannon definitely said that. The words were very faint, so much so that they normally wouldn't have reached his ears. However, George clearly heard them. He heard the person he cared for, his fiancé, the one he loved most and who should have been dead, call his name once again.
シャノン、僕がわかるかい?
Shannon, do you know who I am?
ジョージさん、
Georgie-san.
これは夢なの？
Is this a dream?
いや、
No,
これは夢じゃないよ。
this isn't a dream.
だからほら、つねっても
Come on,
冷めないよ。
see here. Even if I pinch you, you won't wake up.
As George said that, he softly pinched Shannon's cheek. It was how George had always responded in the past, when Shannon had been surprised by something, and he had asked if she was dreaming. And had asked if she was dreaming, sorry. When Shannon felt the warm touch of George's finger on her cheek, and when George realized the warmth of the living had already returned to his beloved person's cheek, they both cried, "Oh yes, yes, yes!" What words should a pair of lovers separated by death celebrate with when they're reunited? The words of the human world are not enough. In short, they had no need of the words of this world. George simply hugged Shannon, who was sitting up without talking. Shannon's strength was still feeble, and putting her arms around George's back took all she had. So George hugged her tightly to make up for that. Stop each other from going once more to a place the other's hand couldn't reach. They hugged each other so tightly and yet so gently. As Shannon's finger curled around George's back, on her ring finger, the engagement ring George had given her definitely shone. That strong glint certainly wasn't just the sparkle of the diamond. There definitely was a magical power that only the two lovers could possibly feel. It was because that strong light existed that they had been able to find her casket in the land of the dead. BEATO understood. That ring, no, the feelings of the pair embodied in the ring were a miracle made real. In that moment, George definitely used magic. Beato had done nothing more than help him along. That magic had a power that could only reside in those who knew of the importance of life, who knew what it meant to try with all one's might. It was the power of a miracle, one that the Endless Witch couldn't possibly know of. A miracle that only the power of the finite could give rise to. By now, she had no choice but to accept it. She had to accept that true magic, true magical power, exists in the place furthest away from she who called herself a great witch.
ベアトリーチェ様。
Beatrice
彼女が君を生き返らせてくれたんだ。
She brought you back to life.
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。
Thank you, Beatrice.
No. Alright, I'll see you, OA. Have a good time at work.
わらわは何もできなかっ
I did nothing.
た。シャノンを蘇らせたのはそなたの魔力。
What revived Shannon was your magical power.
そなたの魔法。
It was your magic.
奇跡を成し遂げる後ろ宮の血。確かに見届けさせてもらったぞ。
The Ushiromiya blood, which makes miracles come true, surely saw you through.
ジョージさんが私を
Georgie-san revived me?
Indeed.
わらわなど足元にも及ばぬほどの凄まじき魔力であったぞ。
It was an incredible display of magical power, one that I could not hope to compete with.
わらわなどはまだまだ見習いの域を出ぬか。
So, I am still nothing more than an apprentice.
今こそ身の程を知ろうぞ。
Now I finally know my place. Beato staggered backwards. Her physical strength was clearly exhausted. She had humbly said that George's power alone had revived Shannon, but Beato has used all her magical and physical strength. And she reflected upon how difficult it was to revive a single life, something that she'd been able to play around with however she wanted in the past. That couple kept embracing each other tightly. By doing that, those feelings that couldn't be communicated with a billion words were shared.
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。
Thank you, Beatrice.
君は僕たちの恩人だ。
We are in your debt.
ありがとうございます、ベアトリーチェ様。
Thank you very much, Beatrice-sama.
再びジョージ様に会わせてくださったこのご恩を決して忘れません。
I'll never forget the debt I owe you for bringing me back to Georgie again.
よせよせ。
Stop that, stop that.
愛し合う二人に感謝されては外道の極みと恐れられたわらわにはくすぐったすぎるというものよ。
Being thanked by a pair of lovers is far too embarrassing for one who has been feared as a monster of a person.
わらわのことは気にするな。
Don't worry about me.
存分に再会を。
Yeah, there's the banter we know and love.
Celebrate your reunion together to the fullest. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Beato, who was leaning with her back against the wall, slid down the wall and sat. How many centuries had it been since they since she last grew this tired from using magic. I probably haven't been this tired since the first time I succeeded in using magic. Didn't teacher praise me that time? Oh, but didn't I kill that same teacher who praised me? Don't be so naive, Beatrice. Isn't that what killing means?
ようやく
Finally! It's about fucking time!
魔法の使い方を思い出したようですね。
It seems you finally remembered how to use magic.
頭ん中酸欠でカラッカラで
Yay! Everything's happy! Oh my god, now all they have to do is team up together and kill Beatrice and everything will be fine. Oh my god, everything could be good again. They just have to kill Beatrice. But why are there 5 more episodes? Oh god, oh god, oh god, no! Oh my god!
My head feels parched and suffocated, and I can't even remember.
それよりあんた殺したじゃねえかよ。
More importantly, didn't I kill you?
Yes, but I got better.
現れるんじゃねえよ。
You shouldn't be appearing.
あなたが未だに私を生かしていますよ。
You are still allowing me to live even now.
だからこうして現れられます。
That is why I can appear like this.
もっともあなたの頭を撫でに来たわけでもありませんが。
However, I did not come just to pat your head.
無様なわらわをわざわざ嘲笑いに来たかよ。
Did you come to sneer at how pathetic I am?
それに隠居までした魔女が今さら頭なんか撫でられちゃ他の魔女の笑い物だぜ。
Anyway, if I have my head patted by a retired witch after all that's happened, the other witches will laugh at me.
そうですね。
That's right.
一人前どころか現役を退いたと豪語するあなたなのに。
According to your bragging, you are not only a full adult, but a retired one.
今頃になって魔法の使い方を覚えたなど恥ずかしくて誰にも言えませんね。
And yet only now have you learned to use magic. That certainly does sound too embarrassing to tell anyone.
Yeah, tell me about it.
内緒にしてくれよ、お師匠様。
Keep it a secret, okay, teacher? Beato gazed at the couple hugging each other with a sense of pleasant despondency.
愛
Love, is it?
勝てね
I'm no match. Oh, yes you are, Beato. Battler, I think he does. He just doesn't even realize it yet.
45データ治療
Here we go with the Castlevania music. Oh, god damn it.
45. Data receipt.
射撃準備完了
Firing preparations concluded.
弾種選定装填
Ammo type selected and loaded.
Oh god. Oh no.
射撃
For time bang.
にひ
Oh no. Are they gonna... Oh god. Oh no! No! Oh god, no, 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 no! Oh god, no, 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 no. The gold snake arrow fired by the Chesters weaved its way through the bushes in the rose garden, weaved the hedges and climbed stone steps to the mental center, aiming for the key. Oh no! No! He weaves his way through the corridors and flew the keyhole toward the parlor. No! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck all y'all! No! It happened in an instant. I knew she was gonna pull this kind of bullshit! God damn it. Hello, puppet strings. Welcome to the stream. It happened in an instant. Oh, God. And Beatrice is super weak. Come on, Virgilia. Oh, no. Shit. No! One could hardly blame Beato, who's completely worn out for not noticing beforehand. Fuck you! Right before Beato's eyes, the gold snake flew through the keyhole, surrounded the two lovers, and pierced their two hearts in a blink of a fucking eye! Oh, God damn it! Furthermore, the gold snake fiercely was a hole through Shannon's chest once more. Oh, God. Two hearts were pierced by that gold snake. No, by that gold sewing thread of the new brutal wish's furniture. And it had happened in an instant, mocking the amount of effort it had taken to revive Shannon. I think so, Beatrice. Yeah. I think Virgilia can only exist in 5D world now, yeah. Before Beato's shocked eyes, the two fell over and landed on the floor. Oh no. Who the fuck is left now? God damn it, just Eva, who's probably gonna have to fight Club herself to fix this. Battler and Jessica. And Nanjo, of all people. George! Shannon! Thank you, Beatrice.
わずかの間でも合わせてくれてありがとう。
For letting us meet, even for just a short while. Thank you.
George spent his last breath thanking Beato and died alongside the one he loved. The gold snake, which still sewed the two in place, spun like a large cyclone, resolving around the inside of a parlor. It was searching for further prey in that room. No one else is there. Beato can escape to 5D world. Escape to 5D world! Beato! Then the tip of the snake met Beato's gaze. In that instant, Beato was prepared to die. Yes! Okay, Virgilia can come back! Okay. At that moment, Virgilia stood in front of her, the fingers of both her hands drawing a seal. Instantly, gold-colored leaf buried the inside of the parlor. It was like a blizzard of gold. Oh, they teleported out.
ベアト、今のうちに逃げて。
No, Virgilia, you cannot sacrifice yourself again now. No! No, 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 no. Nobody's strong enough to defeat Beatrice but you. Come on! Oh God! Oh no! Beatrice, run while you can!
シエスタの黄金球からは誰も逃れられない。
No one can escape from the chest its golden bow!
410標的失端
410 target lost! What the fuck?
200魔法機マシ
Yeah, it's a magical shaft! Son of a bitch!
45了解
45, roger that!
索敵変更対人画像追尾方式
Modifying search algorithm, switching to anti-personnel image-based tracking.
標的再補足410へデータリンク
Target lock reacquired. Data link to 410.
410データ受領
410 data received.
すっとろいに仙台様
Too slow, predecessor Sama.
来て来て来て
Coming, coming, coming. Impact.
Prey targeted by the Chester Sisters' golden bow did not escape.
It could not be blocked. No magical barrier could even dream of blocking it without being multi-layered. The gap opened during that instant of confusion caused by Virgilia's deception magic was Beato's only chance to escape. And it was the only chance to make the sisters confuse Virgilia for Beato. Oh no! As Virgilia spread her arms wide, blocking the way to her beloved disciple, the gold snake breathes. No, god damn it, no! How are they gonna beat Evatris now? Oh god. Oh no. After sneaking in through the keyhole, the snake shot through George Shannon and then Virgilia in an instant. She died again, twice in one episode. Motherfucker. Completely failing to notice Beato as she used that instant to escape. As soon as Virgilia saw that Beato had gotten away, she died. The strength left her body, and like golden dust, drifting with the wind, her form was erased. Beato completely erased all traces of her magical power, became gold butterflies, and passed through the wall, escaping to the wind and rain outside. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! You bitch! You bitch! Beato felt regret from the bottom of her heart. Why? Because she had been attacked by the new witch? Probably not. Of course, she hated losing her teacher. And even more importantly, Beato was enraged at the barbarism that had boorishly stolen away the reunion between two lovers. Beato had poured out almost all of her magical power to reunite them. Even though the result had been a miracle, the time it took to steal that away had been so ridiculously short. Beato trembled at the barbarous cruelty that had brought about such an abrupt end. Oh, god damn it! Besides, this was the true form of the acts she herself had committed up to that point, that's true. So just as strongly as Beato hated the new witch, she also looked at her previous self with disgust. Redemption arc! Jeez. Okay. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But now she had to escape. If she was targeted next, she'd probably lose her life. Teleport to 5G world again! Come on! To think that a chess player had descended, thinking they were like a god, only to be attacked by the pieces. It had to be Eva that mined the gold.
45着弾確認標的資産
45, impact confirmed. Target scattered.
間違いなく先代様を撃破しました
Without a doubt, we crushed the predecessor sama.
また私たちの撃墜気象が増えちまうね
Look like our pile of kill medals is gonna get bigger again, yeah?
にひ
Nee?
愛し合う二人なんだって
What was that about loving couples?
引き裂いて一度合わせて二度もう一度引き裂いて三度楽しめるだっけ
You get to enjoy tearing the two apart like death, reuniting them, and then tearing them apart again, right?
そのついでにあのクソうるさいババアまでさよならできて最高にご機嫌よ
Along with that, I get to say goodbye to that damn fussy old hag.
ロノウェイ文句ないわよね
Ronove, you don't have any complaints, right?
ございません
I do not.
とベアトリーチェ様
Beatrice sama.
あいつは魔女の碑文の儀式を妨害したのよ
That person interfered with the ceremony of the witch's epitaph, you see?
第一の晩の生贄を勝手に蘇らせて私の儀式を妨害したわ
She revived a sacrifice in the first twilight without permission, obstructing my ceremony.
文句言われる筋合いなんかなんにもないわよ
She's got no right at all to complain.
しかしずるいな。あいつは死体を残さないのね。
But it sucks that she didn't leave a corpse behind.
あのババアも思いっきり何度も無限にいじめ殺して遊んでやろうと思ったのに。
And I thought I'd be able to torture that old hag to death over and over again, endlessly.
I just love these two sprites together, like Renova giving her like the side eye with this expression of disgust. It's just hilarious. Seriously. God damn it. Oh boy. We have Battler, Jessica, Nanjo, and Eva.
ジョージが
Oh, god damn it. Oh my god, Eva's gonna freak now that George is dead. Oh. George did.
来てないわよ。いつ降りたのよ。
No, I didn't see him. When did he come down?
いつって
When you say?
あれは何時くらいだったっけ
What hour was that again?
確か4時か5時くらいだったかな。
I think it was probably around 4 or 5.
最低でも1時間以上は前だよ。
At the very least, it was more than an hour ago.
俺たち眠くなってその後は多分居眠りしてたし
We got sleepy and probably dozed off after that.
でも多分ジェシカの言う通りだと思うぜ
But I think it's probably like Jessica says.
1時間か2時間くらい前だった
About 1 or 2 hours ago.
私もそのくらいの頃だと記憶しています。
I also remember something from around that time.
コーヒーのおかわりはいるかと聞かれましたからね。
I was asked if I wanted more coffee. Something hard to believe had happened. Apparently, when Aunt Eva left for a second to wash her hands, Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuhi had disappeared. There's no way they went into hiding somewhere. Of course, the doors and windows had all been rigorously checked, and were all locked from the inside. Not one of them was broken. And that wasn't just true for the first floor. Second floor was the same. Again, all the doors and windows had locks built in a way that made it impossible to lock them from the outside. In other words, there was no way that Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuhi had gone outside. And yet they couldn't be found. Furthermore, they weren't the only ones who had disappeared. So had George Aniki, of all people. George Aniki had left saying he was going to get more coffee, and had gone downstairs more than an hour earlier. We'd assumed that he was having a conversation with Aunt Eva and the rest. But Aunt Eva, who had been in the lobby the whole time, said that no one had come down. Since all the doors and windows were locked from the inside, it was unthinkable that they had gone outside. However, 3 humans had evaporated from the barricaded guest house, which had become a perfect closed room. In a situation like this, we couldn't imagine that this was because they were playing hide and seek and trying to scare us with a prank. It was probably reasonable to assume that they'd been caught up in this crime. When Aunt Eva had learned that her only son was missing, she had gone half insane, running from room to room and yelling his name. And Jessica, who had suddenly lost both of her parents, had chased after her. Cries of George, and Mom, Dad had continued to echo through the guest house for some time. I think George said something about wanting to see Shannon's dead face. It would be reasonable to assume that he snuck out of the guest house and went to the mansion. But I didn't have a clue about Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuhi. Did they see him leave and then go to the mansion to search for him? Without even telling Aunt Eva? At this rate,
It's only a matter of time before we start planning to leave the guest house to go search for them. When that time comes, I'll agree. We thought staying holed up in the guest house would be safe, which is why our big happy group of 12 people locked themselves up here this morning. And now there's only 4 of us left. That means staying here is no guarantee of safety. However, there's the one thing we can't afford to forget. All the doors and windows were locked from the inside. This is a closed room. How did they manage to vanish from this place? We searched around thoroughly. However, we couldn't find any traces of someone hiding. The 3 of them had almost certainly been taken outside the guest house.
どうやってでしょ
I wonder how it was done.
う。まさか隠し扉とかがあるとか。
You don't think there may be something like a hidden door?
隠し扉
A hidden door? You mean like Collider has been saying from the beginning that there's fucking secret passages everywhere, even though everyone keeps denying it?
扉も窓も外から閉めることは構造上不可能です。
The doors and the windows were built in a way that makes them impossible to lock from the outside.
釣り糸の類を使ってもこの構造では無理でしょうな。
Even using a fish line, it would probably be impossible with the way they're constructed.
となれば扉や窓以外から出たと考えるのが妥当でしょう。
So it may be reasonable to assume that they left via something other than a door or a window.
確かに
You're right.
そういう論法にもなるだろうよ。
That does make logical sense.
隠し扉が存在しないなんて断言は誰にもできない。
No one can be sure that no hidden doors exist.
しかしそういう発想に飛躍する前に俺はもっとシンプルな可能性も疑ってる。
However, before leaping to that conclusion, I suspect a much simpler possibility.
と申しますと
And what would that be?
For some time, Battler had been opening windows, opening shutters, and checking outside, repeating this for each window. Huh.
この窓は静かだ
This window is pretty quiet.
な。なるほど。この窓は他と違って建物の構造上風が吹き込まないわけか。
I see. Unlike the other windows, because of how the building's shape, the wind doesn't blow into this one.
そのようですな。
It appears that way.
こんなにも外は風雨なのに雨も風も入ってこないとは不思議な気持ちです。
It feels strange that no wind or rain comes in, even though there is so much of it outside.
南條先生、
Dr. Nanjo,
今窓を開けた時音を感じたかい？
when I opened the window just now, did you hear a sound?
え、
Oh,
いえ、気にはなりませんでしたな。
no, I did not notice it.
よく油が効いていると思います。
I believe it is well oiled.
つまり
In other words,
誰も見ていない廊下の窓からひょろっと抜け出すことは可能なわけだ。
it's possible to slink through a window in the hallway when no one's looking.
しかもこの窓なら風も吹き込まないから。
Furthermore, the wind doesn't blow in through this window,
風圧でカーテンや扉が音を立てることもない。
so the air pressure wouldn't cause the curtains or a door to make a sound.
静かなもんさ。
It'd be quiet. Battler leaned forward and looked at the ground below. He was searching for some sign that George had jumped down, but at a glance, he didn't see any mark like that on the grass in the middle of the pouring rain.
こういう窓が1階にもあるのかもしれない。
There might also have been a window like this on the first floor.
誰にも気づかれずに表へ出ることは可能だぜ。
It'd be possible to go outside without anyone noticing.
しかし扉はおろか窓はすべて施錠されて鎧戸まで閉まっていましたぞ。
However, not only the doors but the windows too are also locked, And the shutters are even down as well, correct?
出ることは可能でも閉めることは不可能だ。
It may be possible to go out through them, but you couldn't lock them afterwards.
閉められるぜ。
Sure, you can lock them.
こうやってカチャン。
Just like this.
Battler closed the window and locked it, as though this was perfectly obvious.
まさかバトラさんは。
Butler-san, you are insane!
最後に中の人間が鍵を閉めればこんな密室は朝飯前だ。
If someone inside locked it afterwards, this closed room was as easy as pie.
しかしそれでは。
But that means...
それでは。
That means... Oh... Nanjo turned pale and shook his head several times, because the thing Battler had said forced him to face a fact that was frightening to even to imagine.
俺の想像したトリックならな。
That's only if the trick I'm thinking of actually happened, okay?
しかしこんなトリックを使えば怪しまれる人物は極めて限定される。
However, with this trick, only a very limited number of people can be suspected.
He didn't want to say it in front of Nanjo, but after eliminating Jessica, who had been with him the whole time, only Nanjo and Eva could have done it.
私はそんなことをしませんぞ。
I did not do anything of the sort!
誓ってもいい。
Yes, I swear it!
となるとエヴァおばさんと南條先生のアリバイ合戦ってことになる。
In that case, it becomes a battle between Aunt Eva and Dr. Nanjo for an alibi.
俺たちは二人とも怪しんで
We just have to suspect both of you
それぞれを別々に監禁すればいいだけの話。
and confine the two of you separately.
逆に言えばこのトリックはもっと生存者が多ければ有効かもしれないが
To say it the other way around, the more survivors there are, the more effective this trick might be.
これだけ人数が減った状況下では大して有効ではないんだ。
But since our numbers have shrunk so much, it isn't effective at all.
No, on the contrary, there'd be a chance of having your own neck strangled by using it. It would have been more advantageous to make it look like the culprit was outside, to intentionally leave a door unlocked or break a window.
もしこの失踪劇が今日の昼にでも起これば
If this disappearance drama had taken place midday today,
俺は自信満々にこの説を発表しただろうよ。
I'd be able to claim this theory with full confidence.
だがこの段階に至っては全然自信が持てないぜ。
However, at this stage, I'm not confident at all.
何なんだこいつは。
What's going on here?
一体何を意味してやがるんだ。
What in the world does it mean?
この密室はよ。
This closed room.
やはりその。
You don't think...
Huh?
なんだい南條先生。
What is it, Dr. Nanjo?
思いつきでもいいから言ってくれよ。
Even if it's just a thought, please say it.
Nanjo looked like he was trying to swallow his words, even though he'd thought of something, so I urged him on. After Dr. Nanjo refused several times, saying that it was just a foolish idea, he finally said it out loud.
上様。
Well,
やはりこれは本当に魔女の仕業ではないのかと。
don't you think this might actually be the work of the witch?
バカバカしい。
Ridiculous.
魔女なんているわけがねえぜ。
There's no way witches exist.
魔女は私たちに訴えたいのです。
The witch is trying to make a case to us.
人間にはできないことをやってのけるからこそ。
Specifically because she's doing things that humans cannot do.
自分を魔女だと認めさせたいに違いないのです。
She must be trying to make us accept her as a witch.
私はこのゲストハウス全体の密室からの失踪はそういう魔女からのメッセージだと感じています。
To me, this disappearance from the closed room of the entire guest house feels like that kind of message from the witch.
考えてはならないのです。
It's something I must not think of.
意味なんてきっとないのです。
Surely it cannot mean anything.
私は恐ろしい。
Oh, I am frightened. Hello, Happy G. Welcome to the stream. As Dr. Nanjo shook with fear, it looks like he was trying to erase the fearsome thoughts he kept imagining, one after the other. When we went down the stairs, Aunt Eva and Jessica were enraged, and were each persistent in their desire to leave this place and search for their respective families. It was a desire that naturally hits those who can no longer see their family. Aunt Eva told Dr. Nanjo and me to stay here, but I shook my head and started walking.
もう引きこもりはたくさんだぜ。
I've been shut up inside for a long time already.
俺も外の空気を吸いたくなってきた。
I've started wanting to breathe some outside air.
ああ、行くならさっさと行こうぜ。
Yeah, if we're going, let's go quickly.
もうこんなところに閉じこもってるのはまっぴらさ。
There's no way I'm gonna keep myself shut up in a place like this anymore.
早く父さんや母さんやジョージ兄さんを探しに行こう。
Let's go and find Mom, Dad, and Georgie Nissan right now.
The blood had all risen to Jessica's head. I hope it doesn't set off her asthma.
残りたい人は勝手に残ってればいいわ。
If anyone wants to stay, go ahead and stay.
とにかく私たちは表を探してくるわ。
We'll be searching outside.
南條先生はどうする？
What about you, Dr. Nanjo?
一人で留守番してるかい？
Will you watch the place by yourself?
No!
私もご一緒させてください。
Allow me to join you. Rather than holding up alone in a guest house, whose security was by no means guaranteed, it would be better to enter a danger zone as a group of 4 people. Aunt Eva had a gun. Moving separately from her was almost like asking to be made into the next victim. Exactly, Beatrice, exactly. Like, in a freaking killing, in a slasher movie, like being alone, at this point in the game, you're totally dead. In this way, the 4 of us decided to leave the guest house. Even though it should have been safe to barricade ourselves here, we lost 8 people after doing so. It was almost as though this was a holding cell, from which the sacrifices could be killed one after another. We removed the chain, unlocked the front door, and opened it. It was already pitch black. While there were some lights outside that dimly lit the pathway, they didn't have enough power to pierce the darkness that some suspicious person might be hiding in.
行くわよ。
I'm going.
遅れても知らないんだからね。
If you fall behind, you're on your own, okay? Still holding her own gun, Aunt Eva dashed out without an umbrella. Jessica followed after her. After glancing at each other, Dr. Nanjo and I chased after them. What in the world is happening in this mansion, on this island? I've just been shut up in the guest house with the rest of the cousins since yesterday, so I don't know anything about what's going on outside. Just what is happening that I don't know about, outside this room, in the mansion, on this island. Everything is happening, everything is proceeding, and everything is ending without my knowing it. Somewhere in my heart, I've already started giving up. Most likely, not one of us will see tomorrow morning. When the seagulls cry, nobody will be left alive. Here we go, he said it. He said it again. Rosa said it before. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, hello Zekuto, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna keep going. I want to see where this goes. Dad? Mom? Who would do something like this? God damn it. Oh, jeez, Jessica. Jessica's woeful voice echoed through the rose garden. Perhaps it was the intuition of a person who lived on this island. After checking part of the rose garden where Aunt Rosa and Maria had fallen and seeing nothing. Hello, Ruka. Lovely to have you here. Guppy Force, do you think that includes the tea party or not? Would that include the tea party, Guppy Force, or not? Jessica went to look in the arbor next. You think I can fit the rest of it into 2 more streams after this? Normally, the arbor was probably a wonderful location to enjoy tea peacefully while appreciating the roses on a good sunny day. Maybe even Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuhi had days where they relaxed and enjoyed their tea together here. In that arbor lay their corpses. At least they aren't drenched in the rain like Aunt Rosa and Maria had been. But there was no way I could say that out loud to Jessica at the moment. What do you think, Dr. Nanjo? Strangulation, I believe. Well, this time that's right. Come, take a look at this. On their necks, there are distinct markings that something thin was used to strangle them. Right.
I doubt those things were the primary cause for their deaths.
Right there lay two stake-like weapons, decorated with an occult design, which had been found driven into Uncle Krause's thigh area and near Natsuhi's neck calf. When we found these sticking out of my parents' forehead and chest, we decided to preserve the crime scene and leave them for the police. But Jessica didn't care about such matters and immediately pulled the sticks out of her parents' forsaken bodies.
これで頭、胸、腹、膝、足の5つをえぐられた死体が出たわけね。
So you think there's 6 hours left in the thing? Okay, yes, including the tea party. Okay, so that should probably be 2 more streams. 3 more, including the tea party. By now, body is gouged in the head, chest, stomach, knee, and leg have been found. What? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
犯人め、殺してやる。殺してやる。
I'll kill that murderer. I'll kill him! Oh my god.
第8の番まではこれで終わったわ。
With this, the 8th twilight has been completed.
続くは第9の番なの。
Is this going to continue on to the 9th
魔
twilight?
女は蘇り、誰も生き残れはしない。
The witch shall be revived, and none shall be left alive.
上等だぜ。
Bring it on!
魔女が蘇るってことは、
If the,
犯人が堂々と姿を現してくれるってことなんだろう。
if the witch revives, that means the culprit is going to make his grand reappearance, right?
何が誰も生き残れないだ。
No one's going to be left alive. Bullshit!
私が殺してやる。
I'll kill him!
父さんと母さんを殺した犯人をこの手で絶対に殺してやる。
I'll definitely kill the culprit who killed Dad and Mom with my own hands! Jessica let her emotions flow out as she howled furiously. To avoid being crushed by grief, she could do nothing but resist it with anger.
まだジョージが見つかってないわ。
We still haven't found George.
ジェシカちゃんたちはここにいたければいるといい。
Jessica, you children had better stay here.
私は屋敷へ行くわ。
I'll go into the mansion. She's gonna have to confront Evatrice on her own.
エヴァさん、バラバラに行動してはいけない。
Eva-san, we mustn't split up! I don't think she's in any immediate danger.
みんなで一緒に行動しなくては危険です。
If she gets killed, doesn't Evatrice die too? It's dangerous if we do not all stick together.
兄さんたちはもうどうしようもないわ。
There's nothing we can do for Nissan or his wife.
でもジョージはまだどこかで生きているかもしれない。
But George may still be alive somewhere.
ここで時間を潰してる暇はないのよ。
I have no time to waste here. As Aunt Eva screamed this, Jessica glared at her. Eva had no more time to bother about the dead. She was more concerned for the safety of her only son, who had yet to be seen.
ジェシカちゃんはここでお父さんとお母さんのそばにいるといい。
Jessica-chan, you should stay by your father and mother's side.
私はちょっと屋敷に行ってくるわ。
I'll make a short trip to the mansion.
バトラ君も南條先生もここにいてくれていい。
Batloon and Dr. Nanjo, you two can stay here as well. After arbitrarily saying this, Aunt Eva rushed out of the arbor. I called out to stop her, but there was no way she would listen. However, being alone in this situation meant nothing short of death. If we silently watched her leave, it would be the same as letting her die. Since Aunt Eva was unwilling to stop, we had no choice but to follow her. And while it may be cruel to say so, Uncle Kraus and Aunt Natsuya were already dead, so there was nothing more we could do for them. In the end, we had no choice but to console Jessica and head for the mansion together. Fortunately, Jessica stood up. Perhaps she had been able to break free from her grief, but what had surfaced in its place was an expression like a demon's.
私がこの手でぶっ殺して必ず仇を取ってやる。
I'll kill that person with my own hands. I'll definitely avenge them.
行こうぜバトラー。
Let's go, Battler.
犯人を見つけたら邪魔をするなよ。
If we find the culprit, don't get in my way.
私が絶対に殺す。
I'm definitely gonna kill them.
俺も親父たちの仇があるんだ。
I've got my own parents to avenge.
悪いが早いもん勝ちだぜ。
Sorry, but this is first come, first serve. We gotta all work together if we even stand a chance against Evatress. She's OP as fuck.
そうだな。
Yeah, that's right.
ぶっ殺してやろうぜ。
Let's kill him! At my words, Jessica finally seemed to feel like we sympathized with her emotions. She still had the dark expression, but I felt that Jessica had regained some of her sanity. We took off, chasing after Aunt Eva. Through the rose garden, up the stone steps, running at full speed towards the mansion, whose large, intimidating shadow flashed in the lightning. With this, the murders of the epitaph had reached the 8th twilight. And then on the 9th twilight the witch shall revive. And none shall be left alive. I will most likely lose my life, but at the very least, I want to burn the truth into my eyes. That's the only thing motivating me to move right now. We were able to meet up with Aunt Eva, who was having trouble with the lock at the front door. It seemed that all the blood had risen to Aunt Eva's head. That was probably making her fingers clumsy. It looked like she couldn't even handle the simple task of inserting the key into the lock. Then there was a faint sound. The sound of the door unlocking. Just as though it had waited for all the survivors to unite before opening. It felt to me as though that malicious mansion was trying to swallow up all the remaining humans at once. Perhaps the stench that erupted outwards since the door opened couldn't be described as just a smell. It wasn't just the charred smell from Grandfather. I think it also may have contained the regrets of the servants and Dad's group. All of the dead. What did it mean as it floated out, overwhelming us? Was it the cry of the dead telling us not to enter it? However, Aunt Eva didn't even flinch at something like that. And we, who had to chase after her, were forced to step into the mansion, even after receiving that message.
ジョージ
George!
ジョージ
George!
聞こえたら返事をしなさい
If you could hear me, answer!
ジョージ
George! Aunt Eva shouted at the top of her lungs. Considering the situation, it's probably far too optimistic to imagine that he's alive. Hold on just a second. when we first started following Aunt Eva's example and calling out George's name in loud voices? Aunt Eva spotted something and stopped walking. She was standing in front of the door to the parlor. Oh no, she is going to go nuclear.
これは
What is this?
南條先生ちょっと来てもらえるかしら
Dr. Nanjo, could you come here for a second? It's that marking again, I bet.
何事ですかな。
What is it? I've heard about the eerie magic circles written on doors, like the one on the parlor from the adults. Eerie is the only word to describe that thing, which is scribbled with a deep red paint reminiscent of blood, so that it slowly dripped down. However, that had supposedly been there since this morning. Wondering why Aunt Eva, who had supposedly seen it already, would think it odd now, Jessica and I stared at the door.
確かにこんな数字が書かれていた記憶はありません。
Certainly. I have no memory of numbers such as these being written here.
ええなかったわ
Right, they weren't.
不気味な魔法文字みたいなのは書かれていたけど数字は書かれていなかった
Eerie magical characters were written here, but not numbers. From what the two of them said, only the magic circle had been there this morning. However, right now, there were 8 digits written near the upper part of the magic circle. What the hell does this mean? Oh god! Is it a date? In American style? Is it a date in American style date writing? Jeez. Zero 7151129. I don't know what it meant. But I didn't even want to imagine what someone had been thinking when they wrote it. It was drawn with the same paint as the magic circle, but it had clearly been written very recently. The way it had dried and the conditions of the color was completely different from the magic circle part.
どうせ魔法的な意味があるんだろうぜ
I'm sure it just has some magical meaning.
深く考えたって意味なんかあるわけもないさ
No point wasting time thinking about it.
Jessica intentionally spat those words out in an attempt to push aside the eerie feel it gave off.
魔法陣というものかもしれませんな。
It could be a magic square.
ある種の数字遊びに魔除けが宿るという考え方です。
The idea that a wall against magic can reside in a certain sort of number play.
どの列を足しても同じ数字になるみたいなものを皆さんも見聞きしたことがおありでしょう。
I believe everyone has heard of the one where adding all the numbers in each row leads to the same sum.
あれは
四角形の中に埋めた数字の話じゃなかった？
Yes, we've all played Sudoku, Dr. Nanjo. Wasn't that a group of numbers buried in a rectangle?
これは横一列だもの。
This is just a single row.
何の意味があるのかさっぱりだわ。
I don't have a clue what it could mean.
多分ジェシカちゃんの言うのが正解よ。
Wasn't that group of numbers buried in a rectangle? That is just a single row. I don't have a clue what it could mean. What Jessica-chan said is probably correct.
私たちが深く考えたところで意味なんか何もないわ。
There isn't any point in us wasting time thinking about it. Even though she said that, she probably suspected that it actually meant something. Aunt Eva was definitely writing that number down on an old receipt or something with a really short ballpoint pen. Unless it had some obvious pattern, it would probably be tough to memorize a code made of an 8-digit number.
これ日にちとかな。
Could this be a date or something? Again, Balor and I thinking along the same lines.
日にち？
A date?
何の話？
What are you talking about?
いや偶然だろうけどな。
Well, it's probably a coincidence.
俺の誕生日7月15日なんだ。
Oh my god, really? Wow! But my birthday is July 15th.
0715が7月15日を示すのかなって思ったら。
Once I saw that 0715 might refer to July 15th.
1129もほらその11月29日って読んだらちょうど語呂がいいかなって思ってよ。
I figured that if 1129 stood for November 29th, maybe that'd fit perfectly.
そして11月29日ってなんだよ。
Interesting. So Balor thinks it's 2 dates, not a date in a year. I was thinking it was referencing some historical event.
Why would your birthday be written in a place like this? And what's up with November 29th?
俺が知りてえぜ。
That's what I want to know.
まあそのたまたまの偶然だろうけどな。
Still, it's probably just a coincidence.
そう考えたらなんだか不気味になっちまったぜ。
That's what I want to know. Still, it's probably just a little creepy. When I thought about it, it started to feel a little creepy.
11月29日が誰かの誕生日だったりとかするのか？
What if someone's birthday was November 29th?
うちの家族は違うぜ。親父もキリエさんも演者も違う。
That's not the birthday of anyone else in my family. Not Dad or Kirie-san or Auntie.
もちろん俺のお袋もだ。
And of course, it isn't my mom's either.
心当たりがありませんな。
Nothing comes to mind.
金蔵さんの誕生日でもゲイジさんの誕生日でもないはずだ。
I don't believe it's Kinzo-san or Genji-san's birthday.
うちの家族も違うわよ。
It isn't from my family either.
ローザやマリアちゃんでもないわ。
And it isn't from Rosa or Maria-chan's.
うちの家族だって違うぜ。
It can't be anyway my family.
カノン君も違うし、シャノンも違う。
It isn't Canon-kun's, and it isn't Canon-kun's or Shannon's.
私、使用人の人の誕生日にはちゃんとプレゼント渡してるからみんな知ってるけど。
I always give the servants presents on their birthdays, so I know it isn't all. So I know of all of them.
11月29日に誕生日の人間なんて知らないぜ。
But I don't know anyone who was born on November 29th.
Once we started imagining that the 8 digits weren't meaningless. But actually 2 dates written together, it really started to look that way. However, its true meaning may be something completely different, or there may be no meaning at all. Anyway, since we don't have any real clues, it's really pointless to stand around here worrying about it. Inside of the parlor is much more important. This morning, behind each of the doors with the magic circle drawn in them, had been the body of a victim. So something new had been added to this door? Does this mean something new had been added inside the parlor? When Aunt Eva tried to open it, she felt the resistance of the lock. She immediately took out a master key and put it in the keyhole. Oh boy. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm gonna save this unless I'm starting to get really tired. So you think I can finish it in 2 streams? Not including the tea party. Unless this scene goes very short. Do you think, I think I know what's gonna happen. Play a bit more to stop in a good place? Okay, GM chat, I'll keep going. I'll keep going. As soon as she opened the door, Aunt Eva let out a high-pitched scream and ran inside. Oh, Guppy Force, do you think this is a better stop point? Oh, goddamn, we've reached an impasse. If I drop it here, then you said finish it Saturday. That makes sense, because if today is Tuesday for you, then that means I will finish the next one Thursday and then Saturday. Okay, so yeah, that would make sense to finish it Saturday. Yeah, Pruka, everybody scrum debate. Oh, jeez. Okay. How long is the rest of this scene? You think stopping here is fine, PDI? Oh, hello, Februaro. Welcome to the stream. But I do want to know, how long is the rest of the, how long is the rest of this scene? I'm just curious. You think it's fine here, 2 puppet strings? Either way, it'll be right in the middle of a scene. Okay. You know what, then it's probably best to do it now, so I'm fully rested for, for Eva's big emotional thing, and I think it's also good to separate it that way. Yeah, I think I'll stop here for today, even though it'll be a bit of a shorter stream. Let's see. So yeah, we are going to finish episode 3 in 19 streams. I couldn't believe that these 4 are the remaining survivors. Battler and Jessica always survive, but I mean, no, what am I saying? Jessica died the second one, but like Battler and Jessica are really, you know, strong candidates for survival all the time. But I never would have suggested Nanjo to stop. Worst place to stop, really, Jamtrad? Interesting. Huh. Interesting. You know, okay, you know, just for you, I'm actually feeling slightly less tired. I'll play about 15 minutes in, okay? Sure. Great. Okay, I'll keep going. I'm keeping going. Sorry to anybody who left. Okay, nobody left yet. Okay, great. Awesome. All right, I'm keeping going. 2 hours is a bit too short. I usually like to go at least around 2.5 hours. Okay. You know, Jamtrad, you tell me when I should stop, okay? Dr. Nanjo and I looked at each other, and I shook my head slightly as we entered the parlor.
Georgie!
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 しっかりして
Hang in there.
ジョージ
Georgie, no, come on!
南條先生早く
Dr. Nanjo, quickly! George Aniki lay there crumpled alongside Shannon Chan's corpse. His chest was stained bright red. And judging by his still opened eyes, I hate to say it to Aunt Eva, but I couldn't pick up any signs of life. After moving to take George's pulse, Dr. Nanjo shook his head, wordlessly reporting that George was dead. Brushing him aside, Aunt Eva once again crouched beside George Aniki and started crying at the top of her lungs. With Aniki's death, one thing is certain. I don't think I'm going to fall asleep during the stream. I don't think that's going to happen. One thing is certain. The murders hadn't ended on the 8th twilight. I think it is joy. I think it is the first time that the adults survived longer than their child. Although Rosa lived like 2 seconds longer than Maria. But yeah. The epitaph was being carried out in its complete form, including the 9th twilight, and none shall be left alive. I was really starting to lose track of things. For some reason, Aunt Eva's half-crazed cries eventually actually made me cool down. Crestfallen and exhausted, I flopped onto the sofa and plunked my feet on top of the table. Maybe all these murders numbed my heart. Instead of just being frightened, I felt completely confused. Dad and Kitty-san are dead, and people have been killed off one by one, starting with the servants. And there's been a hell of a lot of them by now. I don't know when the first murder happened.
but they might have been killed at a rate of 1 person per hour by now. We believe that the boat will come for us around 9 tomorrow. There's still a full 12 hours until then. How many more sacrifices to the witch will there have to be for us to survive? With the 4 of us, if 1 goes each hour, we won't last any longer than 4 hours. We don't even know if we'll last until midnight tonight. Yesterday, after lunch, we came into the parlor. Just as they started talking about serving some tea Aunt Rosette bought, we kids decided to take a walk. Mario was jumping around, wasn't she? Didn't Shan bring us some cookies? She said Kumasawa had baked them, San had baked them or something. It would have been hilarious if she baked some mackerel into them, wouldn't it? That's right. I'll never hear Kumasawa's Ba-chan's mackerel jokes again, will I? Alright. If only remember stuff about Kumasawa Ba-chan, that wouldn't be fair to everyone else. Why did Dad and Kirie-san even go outside? It's not like going without food for a day would kill us. So why did gluttony get a hold of them and make them go out for food? I'll bet that fearless dad of mine just started complaining about being hungry. Kirie-san, you were supposed to be the brakes for my reckless dad. Why didn't you stop him, and why does the train have to rush along? God damn it. And what about your daughter, Angie? She's still just 6 years old. Don't tell me you plan to leave her in my care. After all, it's doubtful now whether I'll be able to leave this island alive.
Stop it!
こんな時に争ってどうするんですか?
Why are you fighting at a time like this?
ジェシカさん、やめなさい!
Jessica-chan, stop!
It had been kind of noisy for a while. By the time I looked up to see what it was, Jessica and Aunt Eva had suddenly started fighting each other. No, maybe I should say that Jessica was grabbing at Aunt Eva.
エヴァおばさんが父さんたちを殺したんだ。
Aunt Eva killed Dad and the rest!
他に説明がつかない。
There's no other explanation!
何をバカなことを。
How foolish!
あんたのお父さんたちなんか知るわけないでしょ。
Why should I know anything about what happened to your parents?
ゲストハウスの1階にいたのは誰だよ。
Who was on the first floor of the guest house?
エヴァおばさんだ。
Aunt Eva!
1階のロビーには父さんと母さんと、そしてエヴァおばさんがいた。
Dad and Mom were in the first floor lobby, along with her!
生き残ったのは誰だ。
And who was left alive?
エヴァおばさんだけだ。
Only Aunt Eva!
どうして。
Why?
あんたが犯人だからに決まってるじゃないか。
It's obviously because you're the culprit!
父さんと母さんを殺して外へ運び出して白々しく鍵を閉めて。
You killed Mom and Dad, carried them outside, then shamelessly locked the door.
魔女の仕業なんかを装いやがったんだ。
Trying to make it seem like it was the witch's doing.
じゃあジョージはどうしていなくなったのよ。
Hello T, welcome to the stream. We're almost done for today, but... Then why do you think George disappeared?
1階には降りてきてないのよ。
He never came down to the first floor.
じゃあ2階でいなくなったっていうの？
So did he disappear from the second floor?
2階には誰がいたのよ。
God damn it, I've got the hiccups. Oh no. And who was on the second floor?
あなたたちがいたんじゃない。
You people were right.
あなたは知ってたんでしょ。
You knew, didn't you?
ジョージがこっそりゲストハウスを抜け出すのを。
You knew that George slipped out of the guest house!
それを自分は何も知らないような顔を抜け抜けと
And you brazenly acted as if you didn't know anything!
あんたがジョージを止めててくれればジョージは
If you'd stopped George, he'd be...
やめなさいというのに
I said stop!
ジェシカさんはずっといとこ部屋にいました。
Jessica-san was in the cousin's room the whole time!
そしてエヴァさんもずっと1階のロビーにいました。
And Ava-san was in the first floor lobby the whole time!
そして2人とも何も悪くない。
Neither of you are responsible for anything!
ただ家族を失って悲しいだけなんです。
What we have here is simply the sadness of losing family members.
犯人なんか誰もいない。どこにもいない。
The culprit is no one, nowhere!
ただただ魔女のせいなだけなんです。
It is all just the witch's fault! I hope you're not hearing these hiccups.
だから、
Oh god.
お二人で憎み合うのはやめなさい。
So... Stop hating each other, you two! The witch's fault, huh? I wonder if that's a good way to cool down the situation right now. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I finally understood why 3 people evaporated from the guest house. Oh, god damn these hiccups. When all the doors, when windows were locked from the inside. That is what they were after. Evatrice is giving me hiccups. Making us think the culprit was inside and sparking this ugly mutual hatred. Had to be the culprits, the witch's goal. But if that's the case, how did the culprit lock up at the outside? When Dad's group was attacked, their master key was definitely stolen. But the doors and windows to the guest house were built so that you couldn't lock them from the outside, no matter how hard you tried. So that master key should have nothing to do with the guest house closed room. Jessica and Aunt Eva were turning their sadness at losing their blood relatives into anger at the person in front of them. Dr. Nanja was just trying to step between them. And I sat in the sofa, staring up at the ceiling, thinking about things that didn't even matter anymore with a worn-out expression. I just couldn't believe that this was the same parlor that had been so warm and pleasant midday yesterday, for just a short time before the typhoon hit. Oh, Jessica, what happened? The sudden sound of a gunshot took me out of my half-asleep trance. Oh my god, did Eva shoot Jessica? What the fuck? Smoke was rising out of the barrel of the gun Aunt Eva had. Jessica had fallen to the floor and was covering both her eyes. Aunt Eva and Dr. Nanja were looking down at her in shock.
大丈夫ですか、ジェシカさん。
Are you okay, Jessica-san?
ジェシカさん。
Jessica-san!
It hurts! It hurts! It hurts!
私のせいじゃないわよ。
It wasn't my fault.
あんたがよせっていうのに突っかかってくるから。
Then this happened because you came at me, even after I told you to stop!
おいおい、どうしたってんだ。何事なんだ。
Hey, wait a sec, what's going on? So did Jessica grab on Aunt Eva, which turned into a scuffle? Did they start fighting over Aunt Eva's gun? Did some kind of impact cause the trigger to be pulled? I didn't know if the bullet had grazed her or if she'd been burned by the discharge. But either way, Jessica was covering both of her eyes, screaming it hurts, and rolling around on the floor.
大丈夫、落ち着いて。
Don't worry, calm down.
大した怪我ではありませんぞ。気をしっかり。
It is not a serious wound, so get a hold of yourself.
目が痛い。見えない。
My eyes. It hurts. It hurts. I can't see. I can't see. Dr. Nanjo let Jessica borrow his shoulder, saying that he would tend her in the servant room. The servant room in this mansion had a bed and a first aid kit, and was able to function as an infirmary. Damn it!
父さんと母さんの敵。
You killed Mom and Dad! Oh, hello, Zia-san. You also live in Australia? Oh, that's cool.
殺してやる。殺してやる。
I'll kill you. I'll kill you!
私じゃないわよ。私じゃない。
It wasn't me. It wasn't me!
ジェシカさん、傷に触りますから、それ以上騒がないで。
Jessica-san, you'll aggravate the wound, so don't move about.
使用人室に行きましょう。
Come, let's just go to the servant room. Jessica continued to curse Aunt Eva as her parents' murderer. It seemed that Aunt Eva couldn't conceal her trembling at the fact that she had pulled the trigger, even if it had been by accident.
私のせいじゃないわよ。あの子が掴みかかってきたからこんなことに。
Oh, I live in Australia, Zia-san, so I don't think you're right about that one. It wasn't my fault. It happened because that kid jumped at me.
私は殺してなんかないわよ。
I didn't kill anyone.
それよりジョージは誰が殺したの？
More importantly, who killed George?
そうよ。ジョージは誰が殺したのよ。
That's right. Who killed George?
ジョージ。
George! George!
私は悪くない。私は悪くない。
It isn't my fault. It isn't my fault!
待てよエヴァおばさん。
Oh, it's live. I thought you said, I'm sorry. English. I thought you said I live where you work. Jeez. Okay, I am live, but sorry. Jeez. It's okay. Zia-san, I misinterpreted what you said. Wait a sec, Aunt Eva.
一人になるな。
Don't go off on your own. I didn't know if it was because Aunt Eva couldn't bear her mistake, or if she'd given up control of her body to anger at the person who had killed her only son, or if it was because both of those all mixed together. At any rate, she ran out into the corridor, yelling, fearful, and screaming. I was also worried about Jessica's condition, but right then I couldn't leave Aunt Eva alone. Why would she go off on her own in the mansion of all places? Is she suicidal? Dr. Nanjo took Jessica toward the servant room. I chased after Aunt Eva, dashing into the depths of the mansion. Okay. I think this is probably the place to stop that JM Chad was talking about. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's saying it in the chat now. Okay. I have a feeling that Nanjo and Jessica will probably meet their end sooner than later. I find it shocking that we have not seen 5D Battler this entire stream. So, god damn these fucking hiccups. So I wonder what he's doing right now. Those 8 numbers, what could they be? Jeez. That is interesting that Battler and I both thought about dates. I didn't think, I was thinking a year for the last one. If it meant the date of some kind of historical event. Everybody, all these witches keep meaning 1,000 years, 1,000 years. Hello, Fabiwaro. Well, we know, jeez. Well, I mean, isn't it obvious that it's Evatrice is killing everybody here? It might be, James. It might be too early. But you know what? All the witches keep saying 1,000 years, 1,000 years, 1,000 years. And that's roughly 1,000 years. It's 900 years prior. So you know what? Maybe maybe that might be something. I think it's worth thinking about. Oh my god, Ruka, that is hilarious. I'm gonna read out what you just said. 5G Battler searches for a cure for LHC's hiccups. Ends up bringing up a fanfic where George rejects a crying Shannon to scare LHC. Oh my god. That would terrify the hell out of me. I think, I still think in the end, Eva is gonna Fight Club this shit. There's nobody strong enough to stand up against her now that Virgilia took herself out. Oh, God. Virgilia double died. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Son of a bitch. But what's going to happen to the Endless Witch powers if Evatrice dies? Are they going to go back to Beato? I wonder. That would be cool. I think Eva's in the end gonna save everybody. She's gonna sacrifice herself Fight Club style. And that's how they're gonna defeat Evatrice. And I also think in the next stream 2 days from now, I think we might have seen the last of Nanjo and Jessica. I think Evatrice is gonna come and kill them soon. Alright, you guys. This has been a pleasure. We are heading towards the climax. And I cannot be more excited. So people have been saying that we're probably going to end the main story on Saturday for you guys. Which makes sense. And so after we do that, and then the tea party, we'll go back to the old schedule. The one after the tea party will be Siconia again. And you guys come up with the craziest shit in the chat, I swear. George rejects Shannon and builds a new life with Nanjo. Oh my god, you guys. Jeez. Alright, so in 2 days, we will continue, and it'll probably be the penultimate episode of the main story of episode 3. Oh my god, I don't know I'm going to be able to. Oh yeah, Lambda's Diary also. I'll probably try to read that at the same time as the tea parties. That's an extra thing that I think was released along with episode 3. Okay, so long, farewell. I'll read saying good night. See y'all in 2 days for more Umineko. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.